The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tiger Technician Hour with your host, Basil Chapman. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Basil Chapman.
Hi everyone, Basil Chapman, Tiger Technicians Hour. Let me try that again. Didn't do very well in the market update before because I thought I'd linked certain aspects and I hadn't linked, so let me just do that again. The Dow is within 40 points, or was within 40 points of a new recovery high above 25,439. That was made about 5 sessions ago, a little doji candle. The MACD is looking like it could very well have a little bit of a right shoulder bounce over here. Everything I'm looking at suggests that we are right in the process at this particular time of starting to see a topping action take place. I shouldn't say that. I should say that from last Wednesday at the little doji candle high, we had started the process of seeing the chance of a pullback. We got the pullback. Pullback should have, by my calculations, should have gone to 24,860. That was the high that was made right there. Let me just go back. Yep, right there on the 25th of January. And instead we went to 24,883, 23 points higher. But that essentially did pretty much what we were looking at as an initial thrust to the downside. Why? Because I was looking at the MACD as being very strong, and that would take a decisive plunge to the downside under the 14-period moving average into the 24,840s or lower to really set in motion some kind of a pullback in the MACD. This way it's deflected higher today. All news related, it doesn't matter, whatever it is, the chart is the chart. And the fact that we've held well says to me we can now chop around. S&P, you'll see in a moment, has gone to a higher high. And this particular higher high is a letter E. 2738.98 was the high last Wednesday, and 2744.84 is today's high. This started at leg E, all within the topping process. It doesn't mean that we couldn't get some kind of news that just spirals the market and pushes the S&P into the 27, I'd say even 60s. But I just don't think it's going to happen right now. There's going to have to be some kind of a pause, I believe. And that pause should take it to test, let me show you, to test this level here of 26, right there. So 2682 or lower will say to me, you've started a sell signal. I remember I didn't even get I mentioned this to my subscribers, to my opening call newsletter. It's one of the few times they've seen me actually go short without putting in a down arrow. And one of the things that we were looking at, we took a break-even trade on the Dow. We actually had a very nice profit. I just thought I'm going to give it room today to see whether this news filters all the way into the close or to higher highs. We'll see. But in the meantime, what I am looking at is a situation where, why does that not change? There. I'm looking at a situation where there is the chance of some form of a double top here. Then we chop around trying, like the waves don't know that the tide has changed, and you get some waves that keep just wanting to push a little higher before the overall tide really sweeps things down. Even then, on a worst case basis, I'm looking at this and saying, I don't know what it's going to take unless China just says nope and everything just stalls, even though they really need a trade deal with America. If you look at the jobs numbers, we're actually doing pretty darn well. That's another reason why I'm looking at this and saying, normally when you get a report that says, oh, jobs are increased tremendously and things are looking great, it's like within a month or two, or at least one report before some kind of mini recession or some kind of market pullback occurs. So this is very different. This is actually extremely positive news, because as long as there is a chance, not of jobs, but of changing jobs. I don't know. I haven't heard anyone speak about this, but it is the job flexibility that is absolutely imperative. The number of jobs is not the number of jobs. It is the quality. It is whether or not you can get people. Let's look at jobs. Let's look at Cintas. Cintas just made a new recovery high. Plunges from 217 in September to a low of 155 in December. That is a 60 points. I mean, that is a huge move down. And then what do we see? We see a rally, it's a fabulous rally. Only green candles, even with the one that was a little lower. I don't know how that works. 185.34, 185.33. That is a peak A, and this is a leg B in the weekly chart. I have to tell you, I don't know what it would take to go back to the December lows. I have to consider that was an internal low, and that some kind of residual low with just a plethora of some kind of whatever it is, bad news, really pulls the market back down. But down says 50% retracement, maybe. I don't know at this particular point. We'll see. We're very close to getting some kind of a pullback that'll give us the trigger to say, okay, now we can start measuring towards the downside. Meantime, Cintas at 200, up 2.39 today alone. Two gaps to the upside, also saying it's getting real close to some kind of a pullback, maybe a pullback just to the 190 area. That big deal, 10 points, 5%. But that would be coinciding with what I'm looking at. We haven't seen it yet. So that's very important. IWM, you remember in some way, IWM is a big tell because it's really on other things. Sometimes it's not impacted by the dollar. Sometimes it's not impacted by oil. Sometimes it's not impacted by gold. Sometimes it lives in its own aura, its own sphere. And I'm looking at the IWM and I'm saying, Russell 2000, you were the weakest. You were the weak link that was telling us that the market is vulnerable when you made that high back in August. In August at 165, at 173, 173.39, and then plunges down 27% to the 125 level, 26th of December. Now it's gone from 125 to 152. We have to realize that the money that is being moving to the upside now since the December low, this is like a year or two's worth of gains on a percentage basis. You've got to be ready at 200 period exponential moving average. You've got to start preparing for some kind of a pullback. You don't have to get it, but be prepared for it, because I think that there is something coming up that says, yep, we're going to have a bit of a pullback. And that's where we want to be looking at all those stocks that got away from us, where you want to look for new buys or adding to your positions. Fortunately, right now, we're only in long positions. It depends when people got short a particular sector this morning. If you got short, you're still looking pretty good right now. And we'll just monitor that, because that's a sector that's going to be very instrumental in telling us what goes on. So let me just do this. I just want to go back to gold. Gold right now is is up less than a point at 13.12. I'm suspecting that this consolidation can go a little while longer, but what's really important, silver, let's see, gold is up at 0.06, silver's down 0.19. Yeah, I think that this consolidation is going to go a little longer, and it's how does the dollar act over the coming 2 weeks. I'll be back.
The TAS Profile Scanner is the most revolutionary piece of trading software that you will ever try. Wouldn't you like to approach the markets with confidence? As you begin your trading day, it's likely that you'll be faced with lots of decisions. In order to make the best decision, the first thing you'll need is a strategy that will help you minimize your risks. Whether we're in a bull or bear market, a good strategy is to have the tools needed to help you scan and analyze the markets before you trade. The TAS Profile Scanner instantly scans and filters over 2,500 global financial markets, such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, president of TAS Market Profile, the TAS Profile Scanner understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications, automated trading algorithms, and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. Whether you're looking at the trade matrix, the ETF heat grid, the market breadth, the landscape charts, or the many other features of the TAS Profile Scanner, this is a piece of software that will revolutionize how you look at the markets and set up your trades. The team at TAS has even put together a 12-part video series to walk you through every aspect of the TAS Profile Scanner, which you can find directly on the TAS order page at TFNN.com. Sign up now for only $97 a month with a risk-free 30-day trial, so you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. See for yourself how you can harness the full power of the TAS Profile Scanner by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services section. Remember, with a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to lose. Don't let another day pass you by without trying out this amazing piece of software that will revolutionize how you look at the market and how you place trades. Sign up today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
All right, folks, so let me just go on. I want to look at silver. So silver was a little weak. The dollar, what I said was that the dollar had a really spectacular 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 consecutive up sessions. Sorry, 9 consecutive up sessions. Today's the first red candle. That's what I meant to say. 97.20 was the high. Getting to the 97.20 really is starting to improve the weekly. Weekly's going to need a lot of work. Needs more time to the upside, etc. I'm still calling this a consolidation. Love the action, but I'm still calling it a consolidation until it breaks into the 98s. And at this particular point, the monthly chart has improved to just exactly what we were expecting. In fact, it's in about a 3-week shorter time period than I was expecting. Nice candle so far, but the month isn't even halfway through. Is it halfway through? Nope, not even halfway through. So let's keep that in mind. Now, I think that we've just made some kind of a short-term top in the E-mini, and I'm looking at this. This is 5-minute peak F, peak D in the 10-minute chart. And I'm looking at this and I'm saying at 27.39, I would not be surprised that the 27.35 to 27.34 is going to be the really important action that we look at, because at that particular stage, you've added to what was a sideways move. You had that big spectacular sudden rally into what was at 10:30, 11 o'clock. Now we're giving some of it back. You make the arch formation and it says, you know what? If you want to rally into the close, you got to get back to close to the 27.42 level. We're at 27.39 right now. At 3.10, you need to be in that area or higher, and then you can have a fantastic close. I would not be surprised if there's some kind of a pretty decent pullback from the intraday high today, and then we'll be looking at potential double tops. We'll see what's said about the wall and about the decision that's coming up. And I have my own opinions about it. I'm not even going to mention it now. I only want to do what I think is politically not expedient. I want to do what is market-wise. Yesterday I was talking about stuff, but it was all market-related. Anything now is not necessarily market-related because it's just a guess. And at this particular point, all we can say is that if the dollar holds 96, let's say 96.50s, or doesn't even get there, but suddenly it's trading at the 96, 93 area, and tomorrow or the next day is trading into the 97.40s. Wow, that's really a very positive move for the dollar. So this is a very important phase for the dollar. Let's go to the EUR USD. the EUR/USD is a green candle. So as the dollar is turning into the first red candle in a long time, the euro is having, out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 sessions, this is the second green candle. It was imperative that it starts to try to form some kind of a base here at the 1.125 area. Otherwise, the 1.120 is going to be the next stop in the descent. So this is very important. To try to rally, it needs to get to 1.135, the 9-period exponential moving average. We'll see what happens. And look at the USD JPY together. It is, leg E, very nice move to the upside from the 105 low that was made in January. Was that the January low? Yeah, January the 3rd. January the 3rd, and now it's trading at 110. I would say 5 points in the currency is pretty good. Okay, enough with that. Let's get to the TLT. TLT is at this point down 53. Tomorrow I'm going to go through these much quicker because I'll be doing it in the update. Hopefully I'll do it clearer than I did today in the update. And I want to spend time on a lot of stocks that I would like to look at rather than preambling all this stuff. 121.34 in the bonds, down sharply after the peak D yesterday. Remember I said in the Chapman wave methodology, when you got your Grand Canyon sharp slope on the left, and then you have a rally and you get to a peak D underneath, especially sharply underneath the previous high, 123.86 on the 3rd of January, 122.50. No, 122.47 on the 8th, 3 days ago, and now we're at 121.34. That's saying that money is coming out of bonds going into stocks, at least in the shorter term. Anytime in the next week, we see bonds, the TLT, Lehman Treasury Bond, 20-year Treasury Bond Fund trading in the 122.65 area, means probably selling's come back into the market. I think I've done everything. Did I do crude oil? Crude oil is down. It's up $1.06. It was down yesterday. Pulling back, and I said I think that the range is between the 150 area, sorry, the 50 area and the 54, 50, maybe 55 area. Any close above 56.30 would be really positive. Any pullback but closing below 50 is not good. So far, it's in the middle of the range. I think I've done everything I wanted to do. Let's get out of this now. Questions? Let's go. Boeing has been a big deal, and it's trading at 409.12, up 5.17. Hasn't taken out the high that was made just 5 days ago at 413.88, the all-time high. Let's see what happens here, because that's going to be very important. Let's ask a question about got to look at the Nikkei. The Nikkei, I'm doing the continuous contract. Haven't updated it for a little while. This is peak A, B, C, ABC. That's it. Look, that's very interesting. So I'm going to put an up arrow here, and I'm going to say that this is peak A in the Nikkei. This is a continuous contract. A, B, and I wasn't sure if that was a penny above. Let's just check it out. 20.595, 20.6. No, that means it's continuing. That's a C, and that's a C1. This is a C2, and I would not be surprised if there is either a C3 or today's action actually follows through, and by tomorrow it takes it out for a leg D. This is nice action in the Nikkei 225 continuous contract, but not great. If you look at the weekly and monthly chart, this is just the start of an attempt to go higher. Now, a couple of questions I had. Let me get to them. I want you to do AZO, this is AutoZone. Fabulous rally to an all-time high today, 899.99. Excuse me, I was a penny short. 899.99, peak A, B, C, D, E. This is leg E. Let me just show you. Chapman wave, identify the lowest, most obvious low bar. Merely count each successively higher peak, A, B, C, D, and this is an E. You could call it an instant restart, but for now I'm calling it an E. And then it recycled, and that's, to me, this is really, really positive. The weekly is now a leg B. A leg B at a new recovery high, and leg C in the monthly of AZO. I love this chart pattern. I've loved it ever since it started to make this cup formation and sprang back again when it went down to the 800 level from just under 900, and then it actually hit 850. The way it came back there was very impressive. So AZO, AutoZone, car and truck parts, nice action, should be going even higher. And this is another reason when I went through stocks like an AZO, like a CTAS, I think we've made a most significant low in December. I needed more proof. I've got the proof. I needed more proof this week that the Dow, the Qs, the IWM, and the S&P either were pulling back sharply or held support, and they went back to do a retest of the recent highs. How that unfolds is going to be very important. I have to admit, I'm impressed. I am impressed. We'll do the XLF when we return. That's to be financials. Basil Chapman, Dow's up 327.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find the Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Back, and let's just go through this here. The XLF has made to the penny a retest in a cup formation, double top potential cup formation with a 200 period exponential moving average just above at 26.23. That's the high that was made on the 5th of February. The MACD has got that pattern that we look at. Now it's making this little M-shaped pattern if it tries to rally. So I'm looking at this and I'm saying 26.43 is the 200 period exponential moving average. Even if it goes above that, that's going to be a stalling area. That's just the way I think it works. I like what's going on here. Let's see what Goldman Sachs is doing. Made a peak D top just the other day. Actually made it earlier than the down the S&P. This went on the 30th of January. It went to 203.29 peak D. It's pulled back, leg E, trough B, trying to bounce a little bit. The technicals say that, yeah, it could bounce, but it probably is going to make a little H pattern first and then retest the 185, get into that gap where it gapped up. The low was 185.60. This is the period where I wouldn't be surprised if we start to test that. Just part of it. I don't know if it'll test the whole thing and this particular move down, but I think it could certainly get there. So I'm looking at this, and I would not be surprised if for my subscribers to my opening call, we start to look at a position in Goldman Sachs that is an out of the money, way out of the money call, something crazy like a August 230. I don't know. I'm thinking it through here because of the pattern that I'm looking at. I need a little more evidence on the weekly chart. I might even need the full month of February. But Goldman Sachs has to be a participant in the next major move to the upside. It did okay, going from 151 to the most recent high of 202, 203.29. That was a pretty big move, but look at the move down from 275 down to 151. That is horrible. That is really just a horrible move. So until Goldman Sachs really perks up, I have to consider it in the area of what I'm looking at, but maybe not yet, and maybe, as I say, just a call option. Next question, CBL. I haven't looked at CBL for a long time. CBL is CBL, and oh no, I don't even know CBL. I have no clue what this is. It went to A, B, C, D, E. It made a peak E in the day at 2.60. I don't know why that came up. Why? It's just a minus 9%. Oh, just to say, it's CBL and Associates properties. Oh, property area. Yeah, but look at this. Look at the property area. Look at the IYR making a peak E as we speak. Fantastic move. It's gone from the most recent low in December 26 of 71.41. And now it's at 83.76. This is a lovely move. Not only that, it's one of the few things that has gone close to its all-time high. I'm talking about ETF sectors. IYR is the US REITs index. Lovely move now. I think it's starting to consolidate. That's the one thing that I want to look at. Next question. Oh, I had a couple of questions I never got to yesterday and the day before. GE, where would I be able to enter? G, not G, but oh, G, look at the spectacular Genpact. I love these alphabets. I do this for myself every week I go. G, fantastic, 32.91 up 32 cents. Wonderful chart. A, single digits. A, Agilent. A, E, F, maybe it's a G, maybe it's recycled. G/E in the daily all-time high. I mean, spectacular. A, B, bonds. Bonds is trading at the 200 period exponential moving average, not so good, but at a spectacular move from the low. C, Citibank, I love doing this. C, it went to a peak E and in the 64s, and now it's trading at 62.79, consolidating a little bit, just starting the work. The damage has been done, starting the work. Citigroup trying its best to really formulate some kind of structural base that could treat the whole 57 area as very important support, and then start to move from there into the next up phase. Anyway, D, we'll just do D and then we're done. D for done. Dominion Energy, nice move off the low in the 66s, trading at 73s right now. Once upon a time it was over 85. 85 down to 61.53. Whew, that is a horrible move. Then a big rally up into the 77 area, and then another plunge down to the 67s. Yeah, this is not bad. Power and Energy, Electric, Dominion Resources, holding pretty well. As a dividend stock, I might take a look at some of these as dividend stocks for my subscribers. Next thing we want to look at is, before the break comes, let me run through that. Oh, so GE is really what I was looking at. I hit only one letter instead of two. GE's made a peak F top at 10.77, had a low, most recent low, or what did I say that low was? It was 6.35, 6.66. Oh, of course, 6.66. I typed that in. Where did it go to? 6.66. Oh, there it is. 6.66. and now it's trading. It's at a spectacular move, 6.66 to 10.77. What a big percentage that is. Of course, we're talking about General Electric, that was up in the 37s down to the 6.6s. So the question is, where would I put another position in? So in this particular instance, I'm just going to say, please have patience. They've started some really good structural work. This is what I mean by structural work. I can see it based on the chart formation, that weekly chart doji candle of the 14th of December, 6.66 was a low. And then now it's in leg C, probably going to make a peak C this week. I'm going to say to you, you want to keep adding to your position. Try to let it fill the gap. And this is the whole base that I'm looking at here. I'd even draw it in. Just for now, it's not 100% right, but I'm drawing it more as the stalk leg formation body. I'd like it to come back here under 9. So if we can get between 9.10 and 8.70, give me a yell. We'll look at it, because that's where I would start the next position. It's not so far down, but yeah, I'm thinking it will still do it. Have patience. Over the coming many weeks, it'll get there, and then you can start your next position. That's G. And the other one was Tesla. I can't remember now who asked me about Tesla, and I can't even remember what the question is. So let's do the Tesla. Let's do the Tesla as an analysis of, would you buy it here, or would you be selling it here, or would you do nothing? Buy, sell, or nothing. So let me just have a drink of water. Tesla had a 379.49 high. It also had a 369 round number open on the 7th of December, and then it was downhill from there. But what's really important about this is that within the context of this diamond formation that's formed, diamonds coming from the bottom to the top. Should I do that now? Yeah, I'll do it. All right, so you're looking at a diamond, it's to say from there to there and there to there, all right? So I have this thing, people talk about the diamond, the black diamond or whatever it is, diamond formation. I look at it and I say, I've heard that so many times, I've read something about it, but to tell you the truth, my experience is it does nothing. If anything, you continue in the direction that you were. In other words, this is coming from 379 down to the kind of bottomish of the diamond, which is at 294. Then it rallies up to the area of 352, round number. Then it comes back down to the 280 area, 279.28. And then it goes up, and now you've got a whole bunch of resistance levels and support levels. Let's talk about it, because I did drive in a Tesla a couple of times recently. I'll be back.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. If you'd like to be the bank and get the type of interest they receive instead of the low interest rates they give to clients, then I have an investment you may want to take a look at. I'm offering 4-year secured first mortgages on buildable city lots in St. Petersburg, Florida. The investment can be anywhere from $30,000 to $75,000 per buildable city lot. The interest paid is 7% per year, paid monthly. Depending on the investment, the income per month per lot ranged from $175 for a $30,000 investment to $437.50 for a $75,000 investment. If you are in the CD market, you want to look at this investment. St. Petersburg is located in Pinellas County, which is the densest county in Florida. If you're looking for an investment with your principal intact that pays a good interest rate, this may be for you. The supply is limited, so act now. For more information on these secured first mortgage opportunities, you can call me at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190. No
matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters. Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
During the break, I was asked to look at NTR or MOS. I looked at both of them. NTR, Nutrient Limited Potash and Agri Merger. We spoke about this a while back. I said, whoa, it's starting to look quite impressive. Completely forgot about it. Now it's gone from where I last notated it at 46s into the 54 and a brand new leg C. And it's not an instant restart, but it's a new buy signal. Oh, man, where should I get in? Well, I said that the 55s to 56s might be hit, but 52 area is really where you want to start looking seriously at this. But maybe you'll have to just either buy a call option, or you could just start a little bit right here at 54.15 and then think about really your position will start. Real position will start in the 52s. This way you're at least in for a little bit of a ride before it comes back. Wow, fantastic. Thanks for mentioning that to me in the Dan Peaky. So TSLR, let's just go back. Tesla, TSLA. And I must say I was very impressed with it. It had the run flat tires. So I was not impressed at all of the bumps, bumpity bump, bang, 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 bang. But the car is just spectacular. It's really a beautiful car, really comfortable to sit in. Nice. It was just really, I can see why people want to buy it and why they love it. And that acceleration, I must not get a car like that because I tend to drive to whatever it's worth. You get a buffet clarinet, you got to play the very best you can. You get a Tesla, you got to play the best you can. So Tesla right now 314.51. Everything about the Tesla is saying to me something has to go wrong here. This guy has just made so many mistakes and he's done so many things right. Let's forget about any news related thing. Let's forget about all the fundamentals. Let's just look at the stock. This diamond suggests in the normal way I look at the diamond, it's almost like a stork leg formation. I prefer to think of it that way, is that it's probably going to break out to the downside to the 296s, 297s, and at that point it should retest the low that was made on the 24th of January of 279. That's the way the chart formation works. But it's a very simple thing because if you go over the high that was made on the 6th of 324.24, all of a sudden you've got that gap down starts to be filled. I love stocks that take a little while, and then when you're not looking, you say, oh, look where it is right here. And then you look back and you say, good grief, it completely filled the gap. If this thing, that is Tesla, is able to fill the gap over the next 2 months without breaking down into the 276 area, that's a lot to ask. But if it can move even to the 331 area, I'd be impressed, and I'd say, you know what? I think it's going back towards the top area of the 340s. Then maybe it comes back down. Big trading range. The question I had was RAS. This is Ferrari. Yep, nice comeback. Made a peak after in the very short term. pulling back a little bit. The weekly chart starting to improve. I want Ferrari to do really well because that's part of what we're looking at in the mega cycle, in the big coda phase. You got to see Ferrari up in the 166 area, and you got to see it sometime this summer or earlier. Okay, now the next question I had was, I did everything except, goose. Cook your goose. You know, I love this. No, I won't even talk about it. Hi, Basil. Can you comment on Goose this morning on your program? I have a small position in it that I've owned for about a year, and I'm looking to sell on earnings this Thursday. Travis. So, hi, Travis. Haven't heard from you for a little while. Hope you're well. Goose is in a spectacular Canada Goose Holdings outerwear. Makes a high just a couple of months ago in November at 72.27. Has a little bit of a pullback to 40.19. So I would say, what is that, about a 47% correction? I would say, what am I talking about, 47%? Yeah, 47%. Correction, I would say that that's a pretty sharp pullback. Now, this fits in with my whole thing. Remember, I was talking about fashion design, how people are spending money like I don't know, like it was nothing, at the same time as grumbling about the cost of this and the cost of that. Well, that's a dichotomy. I'm not going to get into it now. I'll talk about it over the coming many weeks. But right now, I'm saying Canada Goose earnings will be coming out soon, I think, on Thursday. So that's just 2 days. Today's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night. Okay. Thursday sometime, I'm not sure exactly when. I would do this. You've held it for a while, and if you're making enough money to say I can hold it through earnings, and if earnings are disappointing, and like some of the earnings we've had lately, where you've seen an 8% or even a 14% pullback, if you can withstand that, then I'm going to say keep holding it. What I would prefer to see you do is that if Goose can rally into the high tomorrow, hold steady Thursday, and for your sake, have a rally into the close Thursday, I would get out of a chunk of that position. And if you get a big bonus because it gaps up 8% or 8 points, I say fantastic. That is fantastic, because that part you can keep that part and just treat that you've got left as your big trading position, expecting that the gap will sometime be filled in. Every bird has to land at some point. So I'm just saying to you, I would strategize, because you were in it for a position. If you've had it for a year, you've also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is this month right here? Yeah, June. So if you've had it for a year, you must have a very nice profit. But you did see that profit get whittled away sharply. I don't want you to do that again. So I'm saying to you, here's the strategy. It's trading at 58.93. The position that you've got, since you do want to sell it on earnings, I would I have a trading stop at 58. Today's gain of 1.28, treat that as a bonus. And go to yesterday's open, which was at 57.10. So for me, I would say if I was prepared to hold it into the close, regardless of what happens in the next 2 days, somewhere around between 57.10 and 56.10, I'd have some kind of a stop. Probably I'd have it at 57.10. I'd have some kind of a stop on some of that position, even if it's a small position. But then I would say, if taking good profits, I can give it an even bigger, a wider berth, because if you think it's going to rally into earnings, I would treat that, and I'd go all the way up until 4 o'clock on Thursday, or find out exactly when earnings are. If it's in the morning, you want out already on Tuesday night. If it is on, what is today? Today is Tuesday, on Wednesday night. If it is on Thursday night, that's fine. Then you can have the whole day Thursday. We'll talk about it on the show. So Goose is flying high, not as high as it should. The all-time high, I think it's going to have to come out with spectacular earnings. But this is the era of spending like money grows on trees. So I know they're very good clothes. I know, I don't know if it's worth as much as people pay. I know that the little emblem, which is not an emblem that I particularly like. It looks like you're out in the, it's a wilderness kind of sign. So I'm just looking at it and I say, oh, is that what they were talking about? But I've seen their stuff. I like it a lot. I don't go in for that kind of paying for clothes. But if people do, good luck to them. I'm just saying, as a trade, don't play games. Don't go back to where you were. Just raise your stop. Make sure you're going to make money on this. And then maybe you can hold just a little bit into the earnings. I'll be right back.
The universe provides us with opportunities all the time, and I was no different. In 2006, I invested $2,500 in a 2-day master trader course taught by Tom O'Brien, then ranked as the #1 market timer for gold. The fact is, if you want to be the best, you must learn from the best. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability and the Market Timer of the Year for 2018. To celebrate this accomplishment, TFNN.com is offering you a free 2-week subscription to my award-winning newsletter service, and there's no charge to you until day 15 unless you cancel sooner. That's right, we're waiving the normal upfront deposit, and this offer is available to anyone and everyone, even if you've tried Mastering Probability before. Sign up now, and I'll teach you the tool that identified the bottom in the Dow on January 26th, the morning that led to the largest daily point gain in history. This offer will expire on February 10th, so go to the homepage of TFNN.com now and click on Mastering Probability.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Nico DeHaan and Paige Clark have launched a special for a limited time only. Save 25% off Primal Edge and Health Signals. Just use promo code HEALTH for Health Signals or use promo code PRIMAL for Primal Edge and save 25% off instantly when you sign up. All the details are available on each order page at TFNN. Certified personal trainer Nico DeHaan's newsletter Health Signals comes out twice a month and is packed with great information on health, fitness, and diet. Primal Edge is specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox, and contains a special blend of ionic soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form. This sale won't last long. Sign up now using promo code HEALTH for Health Signals or PRIMAL for Primal Edge and save 25%. For all the details, visit the front page of TFNN.com right now.
Hi, folks. This is Steve Rhodes. Stay tuned for another great hour of the Trader's Edge, heard here at TFNN.com.
So you're looking at these little dreaded H's right here in the E-minis. Watch it closely. A close below the 27.35 level any time with 3 10-minute bars. The close below 27.35 will say, yep, probably made the intraday high. Be a little careful going into the close because this is all news related. Not sure just exactly what it does. After all, it's just government spending. I mean, government saving, government spending, government action. It's not stock market action. All right, let's get back to our story. Let me just run these. I was asked if I would do this. I'll do this as quickly as I can. Dow very strong. Look at this: 25,498, 25,576. Automated, very strong resistance levels. The Bollinger, it's not the Bollinger Band, but it's like a Bollinger Band. It's just starting to turn down a little bit here, but nothing yet. And so this is still very good action. And let me just put this in with the support levels: 25,413 resistance and 25,359 it starts to support in the 10-minute chart. Let's just run these real quickly. S&P. So the question was what have I done for subscribers? Where are we? What are we doing? And the answer is, and S&P is broken out above, so that's a good sign. Let's see where that goes. And let me just do this. I'll answer that question right now. So we are in a bank stock, is still doing really well, and let's see. So we're in Bank of America. Bank of America's pulled back. We're expecting that it's going to digest some big gains. We're in the 24s. It hit 29s. It's trading at 28s right now. We're in this MJ, which is the alternative harvest, holding really well. We're in the 29s. It hit 38s. Took a little bit off in the 34 area. And now it's at 34.42, holding quite nicely. We have I don't want to give out everything that we've got. We've got a really low price thing that's like an option. And we've got one stock that I don't want to give it out because it's close to where we got in, but it is a water product stock and it's doing very nicely. So we are almost totally long. Some subscribers are short a particular sector right now, which is still holding okay for them. We'll see what happens, because if this sector starts to dip very sharply over the next 2-3 days, that's going to be a heads up to say be careful in the market. Stay tuned for Steve. Stay tuned for Dave. I'll be back with Tom later on. Basil Chapman signing off. See you tomorrow.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.